She thought she was just helping a stranger beaten on the street. But what she didn't know, that stranger was her long-lost billionaire father. And the moment she touched his hand, everything changed. The world often breaks the people who deserve kindness the most. In the darkest corners of the city, where desperation walks hand in hand with hunger, a young girl named Maya learned that survival wasn't about dreams. It was about enduring homeless, fatherless, forgotten Mayas. Life was stitched together with scraps of hope. Selling candy on the subway, shining shoes outside restaurants where people wouldn't even look at her, she fought quietly, never expecting kindness from strangers. But fate doesn't ask permission. One rainy night, Maya passed a dark alley where shadows moved violently. 3 men beat someone half to death, an older white man in a suit so torn it looked worthless now. The attacker stole his wallet, leaving him bleeding in the cold filth. People passed by. Nobody cared. But Maya, she stopped out something about the way the man whispered, barely alive, "Help. My daughter." It shattered something inside her. Without knowing why, Maya dragged his battered body to the curb, flagged down an ambulance, and stayed with him until dawn, holding his hand as he slipped in and out of consciousness. At the hospital, nurses whispered. Reporters gathered. Turns out, the man wasn't homeless. He was Thomas Whitaker. Billionaire, CEO, the richest man in the city. A man missing from public view for days after a scandalous boardroom betrayal. When Thomas awoke, his first words weren't about stocks, lawsuits, or revenge. He looked at Maya and whispered, "You remind me of someone. Your mother. What was her name?" Confused, Maya told him. A name she'd never spoken in years. Angela Brooks. Thomas's face turned pale. "Angela, my Angela." Long ago, Thomas Whitaker had loved a woman from the wrong side of the tracks. But his wealthy family tore them apart before he ever knew she carried his child. That child was Maya. Now fate had brought him back to her in the cruelest way. Not through wealth, not through lawyers, but through kindness. Through a daughter who had nothing, yet gave everything. Thomas didn't just recover. He didn't just reclaim. His empire. He reclaimed his daughter. But when the world learned the truth, that his heir was the poor black girl who saved him, the vultures came circling. Board members, reporters, even old family members tried to tear them apart again. Maya stood strong, not because she wanted money, not because she needed power, but because for the first time, someone had called her daughter. For the first time, she belonged. Thomas didn't write her name on a will. He wrote it on his heart. Together, they rebuilt not just a company, but a family. Years later, Maya walks past the same alley where she found him. This time, she's not alone. Her father walks beside her, holding her hand. And together, they help others from the shadows because they know what it feels like to be unseen. Kindness, Maya says, is the only real inheritance worth leaving behind.